Hello everyone, it's Nick here for Nick's News and Reviews, and we're looking on the Commodore Amiga at BLOWS GALACTIC, released in 1993, produced or published by Team 17, hot on the heels of BLOWS, the original, from 1992. Probably a lot more successful than I thought it was going to be, I presume. This plays pretty much similar to the original. There's a few differences. I prefer the original, but this offers a little bit more as well. 12 different playable characters here as opposed to the 4 in the original. No ender level bosses though, it's a bit of a shame. The idea on this is you pick a character and you go around the galaxy smashing everyone's face in. So yes, I want to show you as much as I can on this, so let's put it onto ridiculously easy you're rubbish at the game mode and see what the game has to offer. A couple of the characters have survived from the original: Junior the boxer, which we'll probably opt to do, and Dan, gangland member, well, he's called Danny in this one. Got a Zona as well. Junior I mentioned. Puppet, Laser, Inferno, some fire dude I presume, Techno, Wara, he's an Iceman, Katie, Dino, Phantom, and Dragon, this big dinosaur type thing. But yep, we'll go for Junior because I know the moves of him. So we select our starting planet, which will go for Earth, I think. But let's see all the other ones: Miasma, Phenomenon. That's run by a race of women. I don't think that's going to last many generations. Titanica, that's a bit of an advanced planet. Let's go to Earth. Right, so we must beat up everyone. And looks like we're starting playing ourselves. So this is the bit I miss most compared to the original. It doesn't actually announce the players' names. Before you would have sort of like Junior versus Doug. None of that. I suspect they've used up all the disk space and memory with the extra characters, so couldn't really do the voices. This is the Amiga 500 version. I think there was a 1200 version. Perhaps the voices are back. If you know, comment below. So we're at Earth. Here we go. And there's my favourite move that I always use. Oh, it's a bit too much really. So it's Junior versus Junior. We're both exactly the same, so don't get us mixed up. I'm on the left, getting my head kicked in. So the gameplay is pretty much identical to the original BLOWS. This is Earth, or more accurately the top of a rocket propelled platform. Because once we've done this, we're going into space to, well, all the other planets really. And I lost pretty convincingly there. I think we have to go to old school here. Try and time it right, which is always good in a fight. Right, he made himself vulnerable there, so every time he jumps I think he's vulnerable. Strength bars you don't need to be told really, up the top there. Junior versus Junior. Also I like the original sound that Junior made, or the speech he made when he won, because he said, "How do you like that?" which I think was a Sean Connery sample. Now it's another voice which, I don't know, I got used to the Junior character. Seemed like a different person. What was he say? "I own you, boy," or something. Oh dear, we're not doing very well here. Right, concentrate. Best of 3, and our bar's already in red. Well, that's good. Right, we're both in red, that's something. This is supposed to be easy mode. I'm making a bit of a meal of this. Not a mule, that'd be something totally different. I think after this we fight Danny, so there's 2 opponents on each planet. We defeat all of them, we've beaten the game. Eventually this and the original BLOWS is merged into one, merging the backgrounds and the characters, create Ultimate BLOWS, which I've never played. But I guess it's identical. Because as I say, it's exactly the same engine here. Right. Yeah, we're not doing very. Oh dear, look, this is looking grim again. Right, we're 1-1. We might be having another go at this if this doesn't go according to plan. Maybe pick another character. Right, I think we've got this fellow. We've got more strength than him. That's it. Good. Hope you didn't get us mixed up there. I ended up being the one on the right. Own you, boy. Good. Well, at least we fought one game and won. Good. I'd like to show you a bit of it. Now, the loading times on this are terrible, so like the first review of BLOWS, the original, I have edited it down a little bit. as you might be able to tell. Right, Danny. It's called Dan in the original. Now it's called Danny. Named after the programmers, I think, these two, Junior and Danny. Danny's grown a bit of a more of a haircut there. I think he had it spiked up in the original. This access, please wait. Well, I'm not going to wait a great deal of time, and this has been edited down.
Fight.
Right, there's Danny. Boom. Right, I think we've got the hang of this now. So let's just show you a few different characters. We're not going to complete the game by any means. See, Team 17 put a sneaky 17 up there on the top left. I think it's always dangerous fighting on a rocket platform. You never know when the rocket might get launched and this whole area is engulfed in flame. But this is a legitimate fight. Oh yes, I actually thrashed him there. Perhaps I should have selected difficult mode, but then the review probably would have only lasted just a few seconds. Quite a few fighting games of this era on the Amiga and other platforms as well, inspired all by the success of Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2 on the arcades. This one got pretty good reviews at the time, apart from one magazine didn't like it that much. I think it said it didn't really offer too much more as sequels go, but it does what it's good at. And Danny didn't really prove much of an obstacle there. Right, now we should be on to the next planet now, see where we go. Hopefully it's the planet of the women. Go there before they die out. Disk access, please wait. Again, right. Now we're going to Miasma. Now, Miasma is a bit of an odd place. After a moon-sized comet hit the planet, the inhabitants survived as individual energy masses. Of course they did. And the two beings that live there that we're going to come across is Puppet. He's made up of cones for some reason, held by energy. And he wears a Venetian mask that he must have got on a trip to Italy. Not sure where else you can get it. And the other opponent, if we get that far, is called Phantom. He's a ghost that looks a bit like a flying Jawa. A bit like that character on the front of the Attic Attack tape, if you're familiar with that on the ZX Spectrum. Right, here we go. So we're on the asteroid. Stars floating about. I don't know what that yellow blotch is in the background. I'm presuming that's some sort of glitch. Let's just say it's an odd spaceship. Let's say that. This music looks a bit weird. Or sounds a bit weird. I don't know who's working this puppet. It would indicate that he's on strings, if indeed it is a man. But we all know it's just an energy mass. I don't think... No, he's not proving much of an obstacle. The shadows underneath us are pretty generic. No matter what character you got, seem to have the same shadow. On you, boy. That seems to be doing us proud, that jumping kick. Should really learn to block more, but I think we're going to have this creature without any problems. The Phantom next might be more awkward because he's half size. I can't do my familiar punch there. He's got a few other tricks under his sleeves. But these games are always much more fun in two-player mode, you and a friend, as you try and work out which character is the best. Right, he took a bit of a tonk in there. That was no obstacle at all. This Miasma place is a bit weird. Okay. Right, so now we're going to fight Phantom, I think, and then it's off to another world if we beat him. Does look like a Jawa, really. There he is. He's wearing a medallion, so he's obviously a rich Jawa. I like that starfield in the background. Not sure about the yellow blotches that have appeared. Oh yes, we said that was a spaceship, didn't we? Not a glitch. That must be right. Come on. I maybe should have edited these load times down a bit more. Right, this chap might prove a bit of a problem. He's doing a bit of blocking. He can fly all over the place. Notice his shadow is exactly the same as everyone else's. Am I enjoying this? Yeah, I think I am, really. I think I am. Don't play it a great deal. Quite a lot of games to choose from. Oops, I think he's a bit tired there. Maybe we should have gone in for the kill. Well, that's alright, this is proving easier than I thought. Oh, see, that's his killer move. He zips up and down. Got him in the corner. That's it. Right, it's just a robe like Ben Kenobi was when Darth Vader sliced him down. Miasma. This looks like some sort of asteroid or something. That music sounds a bit like that quiz show The Cube or something. A little bit spooky. So I don't know who else lives on this world. It all looks a bit basic, looks a bit undeveloped. But this is obviously the fighting area. Background is a bit sparse, I have to tell the truth, compared to others I've seen in this series. This is a bit close. Right, one more hit and he's dead. We haven't got over. Look, that's him. Oh, oh. God. Oh dear. Okay, it weren't that funny. 1-0. Could this be the end of the Let's Play stroke review stroke thing? Not if I've got anything to do with it. Oops. Oh, maybe not. Well, I seem to be using more of the moves now as we go along. I have thought using the Phantom character. I always find him a bit hard to control. He's got a lot of odd moves there. Don't know which is the best one to use in what situation. But you see the time ticking down, I was trying to say, in the middle. Gets to 0, whoever's got the largest energy left is the winner. You can reset that to 60 seconds, I think, down from 90, but I've never got to a point where I've run out of time. Good, right, we've made a bit of a meal of that one, but we've got through. So what planet is next? What's planet's next on our trip? Feminion. Right, this is that world, that Earth-like planet ruled by women, where we fight in the water pit. Of course we do, which is surrounded by waterfalls. It's Junior versus Azona. She's a blonde warrior woman. She fights on a hoverboard, so I'm not sure she got that from Back to the Future Part 2. Possibly. So I borrowed that from there. She can use her hoverboard as a weapon, I think. Hopefully the water doesn't bother us. Right. There she is. Done a somersault first of all, that's not going to scare anyone. And there's some other warrior women on the top there. So I think this is a bit of a stereotypical world. Sort of world that Captain Kirk would have found in the original Star Trek. Beamed down to the planet and immediately started kissing everyone. But Captain Kirk doesn't make an appearance in this. Or any other Star Trek character. That waterfall's coming down pretty... well, there's a few waterfalls, isn't there? It's making my eyes go a little bit funny, to tell you the truth. I thought in Back to the Future, though, hoverboards didn't work on water, didn't they? She seems to be doing okay here. Perhaps she's got a bit of power behind it. But we don't need a hoverboard to win this one, because I think she's going down. One more punch, I think. Oh, I'm a bit tired. Oh, take that, you. Oh, she didn't lose hardly any energy there. I like how the CPU characters are getting points as well. I don't know where they're logged. Oh, we've lost. Splish. Oh dear, 1-0 down. So now we've got to win 2 fights in a row or it's game over. Hoverboard must have a weakness. Yeah, okay. We're taking a bit of a lead. That's it, so when she's in the air, she looks vulnerable. Those spectators are staying very still there. There must be a bit of kickback in water. Perhaps they're statues. So I think they was really running out of space on these discs. I think normally they would have made something move. Not trying to sound rude. Probably their hair. That would have been blowing in the wind or something. The waterfalls are moving, that's about it. Right, I think we've got this. We haven't lost hardly any energy here. So if you was in a fighting circuit across the galaxy, this is probably an accurate representation of what it would look like. Right, 1-all. So winner takes all here. There must be some men on this planet. They must see the logic of this. It's a female fighting planet. Right, take that and that. Right, I think it is advantage us, isn't it, here? I think Azona hasn't got too much long to live. I'm a little bit old-fashioned, really. Fighting women isn't really the thing, but I suppose computer games, they are just sprites. Well, as far as we know, we might find out in the future that they felt pain all along. If so, I apologise. I think I've gone mad. Well, that goes without saying, I think. I'm sort of like talking to myself here. But to prove I'm not talking to myself, please comment below. And then I use this as evidence in court to say why I shouldn't go to a lunatic asylum. Thank you for your help. Right, now we're fighting KT. Another female warrior, of course. She's some psychic weirdo woman. She shoots energy orbs from her brain. She's got nice grey stroke black hair. And she's good at the art of kicking people in the head and other parts of the body. She's a little bit speedy. She's got a good start. Oh, there she goes with her psychic powers. Oops. Again, we're in the waterfalls. That's the only place to fight on this planet. As I punch her cleanly in the face. Oh, she sounds a bit like Chun-Li from Street Fighter there. I wonder if that's just a coincidence. Yep, take that, you. Oh, dear. Oh, we're taking the right kicking. We need to fight this person. Oh, dear. We need to fight this person from long range, I think. Close range, we're going to get smacked in. She's a bit like the original, that one character from the original Body Blows that you fight at Costa Brava called Maria. Close contact. Cool, we won somehow. Tough luck, Katie. Yeah, that was a close one. Don't know how we got away with that. Maybe it's something to do with her on easy mode. Let's forget that. Let's pretend I'm on super tricky difficult mode. I think it would have been over long ago if I was. Oh dear. She's pulling out a lot of moves quickly here. What did she say? Finger press? That's not going to bother anyone. Good. All these characters seem to be vulnerable when they're in the air. Maybe I should just stay a set distance away and wait for her to jump each time. Finger press, yeah. Hey. You're going down, boy. Although you're a girl. You might be a boy, I don't know. The graphics aren't that good. Don't go there. Oh dear. This is... Oh, I don't like this world. Oh, I like it now. Yep, 2 wins, good. Goodbye, Katie. And so we end the planet Feminion. I don't think a planet ruled by women, I don't think they'd actually call their planet Feminion. I doubt it. That's something that a male programmer would call the world. Living out some sort of fantasy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, we're going to Galorn 5 now. This is a rainforesty world. The dominant race are dinosaurs. They have MPs, traffic wardens, paper merchants. They're all dinosaurs. First we fight Dino. Wasn't Dino out of The Simpsons? I think this might be a different Dino. He's ridden by this strange green imp-like creature. The other character to fight is called Dragon. He's a little bit bigger. Let's see if we meet our comeuppance on this one. Fight. Oops. Other worlds are Eclipse, which is what is Eclipse? Yes, it's a world that doesn't rotate, so one side's permanently in lightness, the other in darkness. Characters from there are Inferno from the light side, and Wara. He's an Iceman from the cold side. Yeah, we're sort of like winning this. And the other world is Titanica. Technologically advanced world. Fighters there are Laser. He shoots laser triangles from his visor. which is better than Dairy triangles. That wouldn't really cause too much of a problem, as we seem to be losing here. The other character is Techno. He's some sort of robot that fires missiles, and while I've been explaining that, I've sort of like got my butt kicked. Right, concentrate, we've got to win 2 in a row again, but we've done it before, I'm sure we can do it again. And that's all the 12 characters I mentioned. As I say, no end of level bosses at the end there. Beat all 12 and you're victorious. So this is a strange alien jungle. The sky is flashing black and red. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe there's a rave going on in the next field. This isn't fair. This is like one person against 2 people. We take that the Velociraptor away, that green imp thing. If we could hit it, it's not going to cause too much bother. I don't really fancy the chances of a boxer versus a Velociraptor. Didn't have that in Jurassic Park, but we think we know how that would have ended. Got a nice little costume there, Junior. Very galactic-y. Oh, hang on a minute. We're not doing very well here. Oh, didn't lose any energy. That was lucky. Take that to the face. Right, let's go in. Too slow. Oh, Dino's done us. Oh dear, that wasn't very good, was it? Anyway, we showed you quite a few worlds there, a few characters. Didn't get to Eclipse or Titanica, but it's pretty much of the same. Yeah, CPU wins, but we got a good heap of points. So, that's been Body Blows Galactic on the Commodore Amiga, sequel to Body Blows by Team 17. Hope you liked that one. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.